Hello, friends. Let's talk about something fun today, shall we? What's on my mind is high school reunions. Our 40 years coming up this summer, first weekend in August in East Wenatchee, Washington. Well, we're from East Wenatchee, Washington, and the main event will happen over in Wenatchee, home of the Panthers. I don't know, I just had to do that. I had a thought this morning. Driving down the road, mindless, things are just dancing through the mind. And I'm going, we only have two good reunions left. What? What do you mean? What I mean is, the 40 and 50 are the last reunions where we'll be able to gather most of us together in relatively decent health. The further along we go, the more like flies we drop, or the sicker people get, or they're not well, and all that. I was thinking about it. It's like, we've got this one that's coming up, the 40, as we're on the cusp of our 60s, and then the 50 at the cusp of our 70s, and then after that is when statistically everything goes downhill from there quickly. I don't know why that just really was like, it's like, where the hell did that come from? I don't know. It was an interesting thought because I reflected back because I had nothing else to do as I'm driving there mindlessly up and down Aurora. Let me just be blunt. Junior high and high school, the first year, weren't good times in my life. Lots of problems. School was a problem, and home was a problem. No place safe, either place. And I oftentimes wondered how I was going to make it through. But somehow, by the grace of God, I made it. And here we are today. But one of the things I've appreciated about going to reunions, the 10 was fun because you got to see what people were off to and what they were thinking they were going to do. The 20 was weird. It had an odd vibe. And I left out going, well. But I talked to other friends who had 20-year reunions around that time. They're going, this is weird. In between the 20 and 30, we got Facebook. And so a lot of us had reconnected again. And by the time we got to the 30, what I really appreciated about that one is, well, everyone finally seems okay. It seems like they're selling into who they are, and they really aren't that bad. Now, I didn't think you were all that bad 40 years ago when we were together on a daily basis, but in the big global thinking here. I tend to do big global thinking then, it's like, anyhow. So since the 30 year, we had a mini one at 35, and that was kind of fun to go to, and saw some people hadn't seen, at the previous three. And so we have a 40 coming up. And I'm thinking now this goes out to everyone, not just, my classmates, but if you've not made it to a reunion yet, think about it. For me, it helped me make peace with, not peace. For me, it helped me put into not perspective. Word closure doesn't work. I've never quite come up with the word, you want to say closure and you made peace, you made your whatever. But for me, it was like, okay, this is okay. Everyone's okay. And that was great about the 30. And then seeing a few of the people again at 35 and continuing on our Facebook relationships that we do. But, the next two, the 40 and 50, these are going to be the last times we get to really see people as they are before illness sets in or they just die. We've had some die. This is it. For those of us who are lucky, okay, I just stopped myself on using that word, calling us lucky to have gone to Eastmont. But, okay, let's just go with that. But, for our graduating class of nearly 300 people, give or take, and if you add back in the people who kind of dropped out or, mysteriously disappeared, I would say 70% of us had been together since seventh grade. At least 70%. It was probably more like 75 or 80% of us were together in seventh grade to the end of 12th. I don't know if that happens today. I don't think we're that stuck in one place. And I know that when I go back, I look at my kindergarten picture from, those years, we are going to do that math. I would say about 75 to 80% of the people in my kindergarten class were there that night we all graduated. And so it's kind of good to go see how everyone has progressed through their years. And the thing that I don't understand is there's a whole lot of people who never moved out of town who have never been to a reunion. Now, isn't that just the most bizarre thing? I don't get it. I just really don't. But I know a lot of you that are in my friends group and who've been watching, you're about my age. Some of you are a little older, so maybe you need to start thinking about that 50 year that's coming up. I won't name any names just because I'm so polite. But it's really quite an experience, and I'm looking forward to seeing everyone at the 40, hoping, knock on wood, that it continues on to happen as scheduled. God, we've got to be out of this stupid quarantine by then. We've got to be out of this stupid quarantine by Cinco de Mayo. That's all I've got to say. I've had enough of this. So those are my thoughts. I hope you all have a wonderful day. It's beautiful here in the Western Washington area. Sunny. It's going to be 65 tomorrow. Those of you in Arizona, I know 65, that's awfully cold. Yeah, well, that's Arizona, not us. Anyway, have a great day. We'll see you later. Peace, friends.